Welcome back, everybody. We are back out checking our 5 blue crab traps. Beautiful day. It was storming earlier, but that all cleared away. We have some clouds back behind me, but I don't think they're storm clouds. In Florida, you always do have to watch for that, though, because it can pop up pretty quick. But yeah, we got a super low tide over here. The last time we were here, the tide was all the way up the ramp, almost to the road. So traps have been out for a couple days. We're using our standard chicken, but also got some bluegill the last time I was out crabbing. So we're gonna throw those in the traps as well, just to see if that helps with anything. There's where I am here, there's really no bluegill, but you know, any sort of fish scraps or anything, it's just going to help out with the bait situation. So yeah, guys, let's get out in the water, check our first trap, and see how we did. All right, guys, coming up to our first trap here. Looks like we have pretty decent water visibility compared to the last few times we've been out here. Obviously, this is still summer. We've been having a ton of storms, so that usually does not bode well for water clarity. And, oh, definitely got crabs. Oh, wow. Hang on. I've got my rope wrapped. Got 1, 2, 3, 4. And unfortunately, one of them's dead. But that's a good start. I'll get the old bait out. Bait this in a second. And these guys are definitely decent size. All right. Let's see if I can get this other guy up. Oh, he came out the funnel. That other guy, he came back out the funnel. Almost lost him there. So, yeah, first crab. Unfortunately, that guy did not make it. Let's get this washed off. This guy is all wrapped up in rope. Okay, let's try this again. Wow, these guys are feisty. Okay, first guy, beautiful little guy right there. Really good crab right here. This guy's about 6.5. And then another one, probably about 6.5. He's got kind of like short points. He looks weird. A great looking crab so far. So yeah, guys, that's a decent start. Not too bad. We're looking for, you know, hopefully 3 to 5 crabs per trap. That's with 5 traps, you're looking at 1 to 2 dozen crabs, so that's a great start right there. So I'm gonna get this bait back up, set back out, we'll get out to our second trap. All right, guys, we got our second trap coming up here. It's a good start. We got 3 keepers. Well, let's see if I can get this. Yep, there we go. Okay. I'm gonna have to change these buoys out. They are getting dirty. Let me look at that, guys. It's just like a week or two. All these barnacles. Let's see what we got here. I can feel, though, even though it hasn't been, there haven't been as many storms, it is super. Uh-oh. One crab. Huh. Oh, that's bizarre. The bait's mostly intact. Now that's weird. It's a small one too. Well, I didn't expect that. That's the first time this year I've only had, well, actually, no keepers. I think before, you know, we've had a few where it's been one, but haven't really been skunked like that before, so that's That's interesting. Don't know if somebody pulled it or it just looks like, you know, didn't have anybody in there. So let's got a snail and a small guy. So they're just going to go right back. And we'll get on to our next trap. Let's see where we can set this one. So yeah, guys, got skunked on that one, but let's get to our third trap, and I'm pretty sure it's going to be better. So we'll see you there. All right, guys, coming up to our third trap right here. It did get windy, but now it's calmed down a bit. So our last trap, I really don't know what happened there. Had one undersized crab. Didn't look like it got pulled, so I mean, crabs, I guess they just moved around. They went either deeper or shallower, or just out of the area. And this one got, okay, 3 crabs and a sea trout. 4, well, technically 4. This guy got crunched though. So he, let's see if I can get this guy without getting pinched. Whoa, whoa. Okay, that was a bad idea. All right, I want to get this dead one out though. So, hey guys, that was a good crab too. Man, this is a good one too. Let's see if I can get him. He's coming right to me. Well, not yet. So guys, yeah, 2 dead crabs. It could be the water is so hot, which it is, that they are starting to get really stressed out, and they are moving around to find the more oxygenated water. That happens. And let's see what we got here. So we've got our first one. Can't get him off the line. Actually, let's go with the big one first, which I actually thought this was a female at first because it's got small claws, but that's a big crab. It's definitely over 7. It's just got small claws. So this is one that, you know, earlier this year had no claws probably. Shed a couple times and then it's got its claws back. So that's why I throw the ones with no claws back, because they will regrow. But I mean, that's a big crab. It's just deceiving because small claws. Do have a speckled sea trout, which this guy is actually probably close to a keeper size, but we'll let him go. I don't really want to mess with him today. And then let's look at these guys. They're both right about 6 inches. Make sure this is clean. So we got 1 and 2. And these guys are really dirty, covered in mud, so they've been down there. So 303, that's the crab catch so far by each trap. And we've got 2 had 2 that died in the trap. So that's what I was talking about, guys. You don't want to leave your pots out for too long, because the crabs will get stressed out. They're looking for more oxygen, and if they can't find it, they will die in the traps. So just keep that in mind, guys. So I'm gonna get this one reset, rebaited, and we will get out to our 4th trap, which is right over here. I'll see you there, guys. All right, guys, pulling up to our 4th trap here. Hoping for at least a dozen crabs today. I think the fewest we've caught so far this year is a dozen crabs out of 5 traps. So, you know, we're gonna need at least 3 in each of the next 2 pots to get back to that dozen. But you never know. This water is, I mean, it's pretty much as hot as I've felt it so far this year. Oh, look at this. Had a, oh, if I can get it. So a little baby crab, baby blue crab. Look at that thing. It's like an inch long. That's the future right there. It was actually on the float. Maybe that's good luck. And I see some crabs. 3. Wow, there's a huge one. I don't know if he's still alive. No, he is passed. That is a huge crab. So we got 3, a dead spadefish. Oh, man, that was a big one. That's unfortunate that that guy's dead, because that guy's definitely 8 inches. Wow. Well, that's what I'm talking about, guys. So now we got 3 dead crabs. So definitely this hot water is getting to them. And I mean, I'll show you guys this dead one right here, unfortunately, but man, that's a big crab. Big old crab too, gnarly. Look at that. Huge claw. But unfortunately, he didn't make it. And he just died too. A lot of times, guys, you know, if you got dead crabs in your trap, I would just toss them. But if you have crabs that you take home, and you take them home alive, and then they appear to be dead, you can give them the smell test. You're gonna smell, I mean, make sure that they're not moving, because you'll get pinched, but smell them right here, and if you smell something foul, then they're done. Like, toss them. But if they smell clean, they're still okay. They can go hours where they've essentially been, you know, cooled down and stunned, and sometimes they come back to life, but other times they're just like, you know, it's like having, you know, chicken in your fridge. Obviously that chicken's dead, but it's fine. So, plus, I mean, you can just be safe and just toss it, but man, this would have been an awesome crab right here. That guy's definitely right around 8 inches, but unfortunately he has passed. And beautiful crab though, beautiful blues. I know it's hard to see on the camera, but that would have been a great crab. But unfortunately, he's gonna go back to the food chain. And then these guys, they're all right, but haven't seen many of the really big crabs that we've caught in weeks past. I mean, that guy, he's probably right around 5. We're just gonna let him go there. And then this guy has been about the typical size. He's got his point crunched off there, but it's a 6-incher. So today it's definitely, and at least the past 3 days, I'm not quite sure where the crabs have gone, but they are not here. So gonna hope we're a big pot on the next one, but let's see how we do. We're gonna get over there in just a minute. All right, guys, coming up to our 5th and final blue crab trap. And unfortunately, today's just been a bust. Definitely the worst day so far this year. We've got 7 keepers so far. You know, we've caught some others. You know, I've had 3 dead ones. This one is super shallow. It's in like 3 feet of water. And this one's been my savior in the past, but my hopes are not as high this time, just because I know that the crabs have moved somewhere to try to find better water, and wherever that is, it's not here. So usually takes, you know, the water to cool down or something like that for them to come back. But let's see what we got. We've got 1, 2, 3. So, no, really good one. Bunch of snails though, and definitely 3 keepers, but yeah, just not the numbers we're really looking for. Still, I mean, decent day. So we ended up with 10 crabs, and wow, these snails, they get stuck bad. Let's see if okay, there we go. So now let me get this bait out first, or at least try to. Okay, bait is out. Let's get all these guys down. There's a lot of stuff in here. As you guys can see, these are crown conchs, which they are very common all throughout Florida. And they're carnivores, so you're gonna find them in your crab traps. All right, let's get these guys out. Okay. So, first off, let's get all these snails out of here. Right. Show you this. This guy had a tough life, but he's going in the bucket today. This guy, another survivor, but unfortunately, it's the last day of surviving. And the one big one for the day. This guy's probably right at 7. Great crab, but let me just wipe off the screen real quick for you guys. But as you guys can see, this is the one big crab of the day. The other one is bigger, but it died in the pot. So, yeah, put him in the bucket and get on back to the ramp. I'll see you guys there. Well, guys, we had an okay day. Compared to the other days we've had, technically this is the worst day we've had, but I mean, it's a beautiful day out here. I had high hopes, and I think that just with the heat and I mean, I was paddling around in the shallows, and I can see a lot of algae in the shallow water. It's hard to see over here, but yeah, all that algae I can tell is dying. And that's just, I know scientifically it's absorbing all the oxygen and, you know, pulling the oxygen out of the water, and fish and crabs and everything else, they're going to either die or move and try to find somewhere better to live. I think that's what's going on, because there's no other explanation. It's been pretty consistent over the last 2 months. So I'll show you guys what we got here. You know, overall, decent, but, you know, we've got 2 big ones, and then all the others are, I measured a couple of them, and they're actually just like either 6 inches or like slightly shorter. And I pretty much resolved myself to keep nothing under 6 inches for the rest of the year, just because, you know, the bigger crabs start showing up. And, you know, I was actually looking back through some of my past photos, and the big crabs last year were actually showing up in late October and November. So it's good news. We've got another solid 3 months of crabbing ahead of us. But these guys today, they are lucky. We're going to do some saltwater karma and let these guys go. Yeah, I mean, 2 really big ones. The others, they're okay size, but, you know, we're going to catch these guys again. We're going to have better days ahead, so let's get these guys back in the water. Let's get these tongs. So that was the one big one, but short claws. And that's the real big one. He was a little bit over 7. Got this guy 1 claw. And let's get these guys back in. I might need a little help here. I know we've got a couple more in here. One more guy. Come on. So yeah, guys, we'll once again we'll be back out here in a couple days. If it's just as bad the next time that we pull them, I might go ahead and just pull these pots up, you know, clean them up, and then really get ready for the late summer, fall run down here, which, you know, the crabbing's been good. I can't complain, but when you're going for bigger crabs, better quality crabs, you know, these guys were kind of borderline, so let them go, we'll catch them again. But, yeah, guys, just keeping YouTube real. You know, want to show you the good and the bad. And yeah, so thanks guys for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that button. I do weekly crabbing videos. I try to do weekly fishing videos when the weather permits. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode.